to the car, okay? Just look, just keep on going. Keep on straight, okay?
All right.
All right?
Come on, man. Just follow back behind us.
In the next one.
Just stay close, okay?
Yes, sir.
Carmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say, Carmelo? Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Carmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
Carmelo, is there anything you want to say to the community that's donated?
Oh man, so the Carmelo Anthony rabbit hole just keeps getting darker and darker, dog. You would think that it was the 1950s, the way that some people are behaving on Twitter, man. Since he's been released on bond, there's been an angry mob that's going as far as saying that they need to take matters into their own hands and get rid of Carmelo. And even this Sean Penn looking chick said this right here. This is why we used to lynch in words. And y'all see what she said at the bottom. What a soft ass N-word. People can't make jokes now. And now with all this drama going on, these idiots want Carmelo to be sitting like a sitting duck, waiting for them at his family's home that's already been doxxed. These folks out here crying like they Elmer Fudd. Pissed off that they plan to relocate for safety, and the narrative that they're running is that they're using donation funds for fraud to get a brand new home and brand new car, but it's all lies. And even major news publications are pushing these lies and actually doxing Carmelo themselves. Now, while editing, I seen that TMZ even came out to debunk this madness, these lies right here that even New York Post is talking about, Daily Mail was talking about. We'll get to this in a second. Let me walk y'all towards this point. But don't worry, Harvey. They'll be calling you a DEI hire in a second. Just hold on tight. So New York Post is running this article saying Carmelo Anthony living with family in $900,000 home in gated community, bought new car after release on bond, and Austin Metcalf murder case report. Just capping. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all how. And that article is really referencing this Daily Mail who lies all the time. They're referencing this Daily Mail article saying Carmelo Anthony's fixer shares outrageous post with killer teen 17 after he was released to his $800K home. The teenager is now hunkered down in the Frisco home located on a Mercedes lane that his family is renting for an estimated price tag of $3,500 a month, according to Zillow. So Daily Mail went to the home and it said a white Suburban, a black Acura, and a third sedan were parked in the driveway. It says the lavish lifestyle is in stark contrast. They make contrast, but they can't even spell properly on this reputable website. The lavish lifestyle is in stark contrast to the cash struggles Anthony's father, Andrew Anthony, claimed to have in court Monday, where the parent claimed he was the sole breadwinner. So prosecutors grilled Anthony over why he could not use more than $439,000 as of Tuesday night and donated funds for his son's defense to pay the $1 million bond the judge had set. Andrew told the court that he has no access to the donated funds and instead planned to use the money for his son's legal defense. It says some more things about Anthony. Then it says the father added that he took leave from his job as a finance manager in a car dealership following Metcalf's killing. Now over here in the article, they have pictures of the home. Pay attention to the pictures of the home, okay? This looks like the entrance to the gate. This is the neighborhood. And this is another picture of the home that's being referenced. Pay attention, hold on tight, all right? Now they talking to the neighbors. They said the neighbors said they got a new car because they say if you look at the license plate, they got a paper tag on it. It says it expires June 4th. It says the house is about a mile away from the high school that Carmelo goes to. And residents in the gated community were allegedly unaware the family was living at the home until Anthony was released on Monday and have voiced concerns about having the accused killer in their exclusive neighborhood. Not good. I don't think he should be out. An anonymous mother in the neighborhood told Daily Mail. Another neighbor also told the outlet that Anthony's family is not poor if they live in a gated community. and they're not poor people, that's for sure. They say the home has been getting flooded with deliveries, allegedly for Anthony. How would they know? Well, honestly, it's for Anthony. If Anthony's lived there, the whole house is full of Anthony's. All right, with Amazon trucks being seen making multiple drop-offs at his home, the outlet reported, the best thing they can do is move, said another neighbor. I think that would be best for everyone. Now, like I said, y'all see this home that they referencing right here? Y'all see this home right here? Y'all see the truck right there? All right, now look. They saying that they use the funds to move into a new home, all right? Anthony using funds from all his fans to move into a new gated community, all right? That's what they saying. But I seen this a while ago. This lady right here was making a video, you know, to show that he didn't come from a broken home, all right? And you can see the house that they're speaking on in this photo that was taken before the incident even happened.
I just wanted to put this right here because I noticed that a lot of people racist people specifically, were saying that Carmelo Anthony must not have had his father in his life, and his father must be a deadbeat, no good person to raise this thug, and that he must be living in the hood and not living good. So I wanted to share these family photos of Carmelo Anthony with his father, his mother, and his siblings, who actually have been together for over 17 years. His family has been together for over 17 years. Okay? One mom, all 4 kids, same dad, very middle upper class family. Interesting. Because I think a lot of racist people were saying that he didn't come from a loving family and that his father was probably in prison or a loser and had abandoned him when he was young because of the stereotypes that you guys hear about black people. The black father must not have been in the home. Well, it seems like his father loves him very much, and it seems like he was raised a good young man, whether you guys like it or not. But you know who came from a broken home? The Metcalf boys came from a broken home because their parents aren't together. And I think the question that I would want to know is, I wonder how coming from a home where the parents aren't together, how that would have affected the twins. I wonder.
Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas. Nah, he low-key fast. Number 1 low-key fast, dude.
I never seen this footage right here. I'll play this towards the end of the video, but let me stay on topic. I didn't think that was gonna go that far. I never watched that full video. All I know is I seen the video of that home, and I'm like, that's the same home that they've been living in. What are these people talking about? Now, they may move eventually, but they haven't used the funds. Now, as I promised, let's tap into this TMZ article saying Carmelo Anthony not using moolah from Fundraiser even after team satisfies $250,000 bill. So team has not withdrawn funds from the Gifts and Go at all, okay? This once again comes from Jacob Wells. We'll get to what Jacob Wells had to say in a few, because Jacob Wells is still going back and forth with people who are debating him about the situation. So he says, no funds have been distributed as the company receives clarity from the campaign recipient on use of funds so that the people that have given can be confident in how their donation is being used. Where I know this got to be crazy being in this position, such as someone like Jake, who once again, I believe he's a conservative guy. He's a Christian guy. So it seems like he has a lot of conservative standards. But to see some people be so outright racist has to be shocking. Now, in response to the narratives that's being placed out there by idiots like Colin Rugg, so this person says it's supposed to be a legal fund. They bought a house. No excuses. He says, fake news. No, they didn't. This person says, you have balls and I respect it. They shouldn't have bought a house, but I agree with their stance 100%. He says they didn't buy a house. They moved because of doxing and death threats and are renting a place. If this dude could see it, why can't y'all see it, bro? Now, Jake actually spoke on the situation. Let's see what the homie had to say right here, though.
Why do we allow fundraisers for people accused of violent crimes is, I guess, the underlying question. One, there are scenarios, and we all know and have seen them in the past, where people have killed somebody and not been found guilty of murder, let off, because there are scenarios where somebody dies because of the actions of somebody, but because of a greater case around it, i.e. self-defense or the defense of others, it's not considered murder. It's actually considered self-defense. So there are scenarios where people die where the outcome isn't guilt. So just because Carmelo has admitted to killing someone, it doesn't mean that he's a murderer. It means that he killed somebody. And he, just like everyone else in the United States, they deserve the same presumption of innocence in a court of law that everyone else does, or they deserve that same due process and foundation, that cornerstone of our legal system that has existed for everybody. People know us because as a Christian crowdfunding platform, because that's what we operate under a framework of. I'm a Christian. Many people on our team, not everyone on our team is Christian, but we operate with dignity and hope for all people. We believe that God loves everybody, even broken people, which we all are. Like, we all have found ourselves in bad places. The whole narrative of Jesus and the cross is that humans are broken and that we needed forgiveness.
Shout out to Jacob Wells for being a human, a Christian, and an American before anything. All right, shout out to him for that right there. There's a longer conversation that you guys can go ahead and check out on his Twitter that he shared with Tim Hatch Live. Dude was like, would you give a summary for those of us interested? Dude says the racist and angry whites on the right are mad something didn't go their way. Now they're acting like the left. It's quite hilarious. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And they are now doxing the inside of this home right here. This may be the same home, but they're doxing the inside of this house. They're saying stuff like, oh, the baseboards match, blah, blah, blah. Bruh, they are going to try it. I'm hoping they don't, but they are doing their best to dox this kid and hoping that someone hurts him. And they're doing it under the guise of saying, oh, they're misappropriating the funds for the Give, Sing, Go. So they're showing the homes like, look, this is what they're doing. They're just trying to show people where they are, though. And what's interesting is as I'm covering this and looking up things, I'm seeing a lot of FBA black people that a lot of them voted right. Okay, a lot of them voted right for a lot of different reasons. But it's interesting to see them in this position. So where some of them have found themselves in alignment with a lot of racist white people. So this person right here, who seems to be FBA, says these whites just can't help themselves. They want to pocket watch black folks, question their credentials. It's an evil sickness that just keeps getting passed down from one generation to another. In response to them doxing again, this person right here, who is a black conservative, says the Escalade was purchased in 2023. They're renting that house because it's in a gated community, high security neighborhood due to threats. They own an $860,000 mansion. They move for safety, not for luxury. Again, I do not side with Carmelo, but let's have truthful conversations. He said, correction, I'm unsure if they own or rent the $800K home, but they have lived there for several years at the very least. All right. So he continued to say this right here. If we are having an honest conversation, some of you hate him because he committed murder. Understandable. But some of you already hated him because he's black and simply wanted a reason to be public about it. Yeah. And as long as people that don't agree with what Carmelo Anthony did, as long as y'all see that shit, then I can understand the disagreement as far as whether you think what he did was self-defense or it was an overreaction and that was murder or manslaughter. I'm cool with that. As long as you acknowledge what the hell is going on right now. This situation is being used as a vessel for people to be as racist as possible. Now, what really shocked me was when I seen this dude named Deion Joseph step in and respond to this right here. Deion Joseph is very, very popular on social media. He doesn't say that he is a MAGA person, but he did vote for Trump because he says that he was fed up with what was going on with the previous administration. So he's a person that you could find on Fox News sometimes speaking to things of that sort. But he says this right here. This is true. The ugliness coming from people is disturbing. Many are using this incident to justify their bigotry and hatred for humans who don't look like them. Whites and blacks are doing it. There is zero known evidence that this had anything to do with race. In my high school, stupid shit like this happened between rival schools all the time. This incident was two boys who made dumb decisions and one used a dangerous weapon when both should have walked away or just threw hands. Based on what we know, this young man was properly charged because he literally brought a knife and used it in a fist fight, but he's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. His skin color doesn't make him guilty, nor does it justify making sweeping indictments against whole groups of people. Oh yes, fuck your racism. So he posted this picture right here, and made a separate post. All right. Says, so many of you are taking incidents and trying to paint all black people the same way. You do it because it satisfies your deep-seated hatred for us. You know ignorance and foolishness comes in all colors. Well, I'm ready to lose followers today. I am a proud American man of African descent, black. Though I love all people, I will always have a connection with beautiful black people because we share a journey. I may see a different way of walking in that journey, but that connection will never fade. I love the skin I'm in. If that bothers you, I'm not losing a drop of sleep. I am proud of the millions of us who grind every day, raise our families, and are building on the sacrifices my forefathers made so I can live in America's promise. I don't care if you don't love me. I love me. I don't take the negative exceptions of your community and make it the whole. That's evil and wrong. And if you do it, you are evil and wrong. Feel free to unfollow me if you are incapable of judging me by the content of my character or seeing me as a fellow human no matter what skin I'm in. I am not begging you for your love like Black Lives Matter. I am loved by my creator. Now, there's nothing wrong with seeing color. The issue is when we see color and respond with indifference. When we make sweeping indictments of groups of people based on the actions of a few. I hope we understand each other. For those who remain, I'm looking forward to more civil dialogue in the issue our nation faces. And he had much more dialogue, man. You guys can go ahead and check it out on his social media if you want to go ahead and see what's going on, man. But dog, I know a lot of people are in interesting positions, especially content creators, because they see what's going on and they know their core. Like even when we covered the situation with Jason Whitlock getting killed by what dude name is Nick Fuentes, he was like, yo, you know, you are used in these conservative spaces as a mouthpiece for white people who don't want to feel bad about being racist. So they let you spew the shit you spew, and that may build up your following by those said people. So I know doing this position right here understands that he's going to lose followers by expressing that shit and saying, man, I'm black. And I can't ignore the way that you guys are speaking about it. Even though we may agree with immigration laws and things of that sort, or agree with terrorists or something else like that, as far as politically. But I can't ignore that you obviously are showing me how you really feel about me behind closed doors. You think I'm a good nigger. That's what you think about me. So I respect people like him that isn't afraid to say, I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing. And this is my stance right here. I may agree on these things, but at the end of the day, I am who I am. I can't change that fact. I am who I am. And you're not going to disrespect me and think we're going to be cool like that. Or I'm going to sacrifice my integrity for your view. Fuck that. But hey, man, at this point in time, the Carmelo Anthony Help Fund has reached $448,000. Is still moving pretty well. If you guys do want to go ahead and support this, like I've said before in my comment section, YouTube is sensitive with links. That's external links. So please just go ahead and search Carmelo Anthony Gifts and Go if you want to support this. It should be the first thing that populates once you put that search in. All right. But hey, man, y'all let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.